Salut les potos, c'est Maitre-du-Citron. Ça y est, je viens de recevoir The Outer Worlds à la Réunion, donc il est arrivé aujourd'hui. Un jeu qui a été réalisé par les vrais créateurs de Fallout 3 et de Fallout New Vegas. D'ailleurs, quand on y joue, on est à mi-chemin entre Fallout et la conquête de l'espace, 3 siècles plus tard. Voilà, donc là, après avoir créé un personnage que je ne verrai pas pendant la partie puisqu'on est à la première personne, je viens d'atterrir sur un gars, je sais pas qui il est. Il a pas eu de chance parce que quand j'ai été éjecté de mon vaisseau, je suis tombé sur ce gars. Voilà, dommage, condoléances. Bon. Relax and enjoy, c'est parti pour la première partie de l'aventure de The Outer World. La végétation est luxuriante sur cette nouvelle planète, donc Terra 2, qu'on est en train de coloniser. Et on est vraiment dépaysé dès qu'on commence à promener en fait. Bon, après on s'inspire pas mal de l'Irlande pour la forme des rochers. Ou alors on n'est plus en Irlande. Voilà. Un mec à qui il manque des jambes. C'est un con. Jeu de perception situé au-dessus. Des amis vous indiquent quand il... Je ne suis pas là, tu ne me vois pas. Oh, ça n'a pas l'air commode. Donc le didacticiel nous fait découvrir un petit peu tous les éléments de la nouvelle carte de terrain.
Easy now. You've been frozen for a while. Bound to be unforeseen side effects.
Hey, you, come here. You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, wow, that stings. Looks like the bleeding stopped. I owe you one. Hope you don't mind me omitting this little exchange from my report. Spacer's choice doesn't like us accepting outside help. We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? Just barely scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters. Gibbering, flesh-eating, law-breaking, unemployed lunatics with guns. Some hull had grounded their spacecraft out in the open. That's a real good way to attract marauders. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot.
On regrettera le fait que ce soit pas doublé en français, mais bon, c'est déjà un jeu assez sympathique.
Yeah, okay. You look like you know your way around a gun. Got some spare ammo, not counting the bullet in my side. Here, you can have my saber too, for patching me up and all. All Spacer's Choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction.
Merci, mec.
You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's Choice. Yes, nailed it that time. You hit your head or something? You're in Emerald Vale. We're a Spacer's Choice community. Edgewater's a little ways down. Prettiest place in the Vale. Be sure to stop by a provisioner's for a can of our famous salt tuna. The Hope? Is that some sort of fancy new drug? Are you with Auntie Cleo or something? Don't take this the wrong way or nothing, but I'm not allowed to fraternize with Cleo workers. Company policy.
Le choix des aventuriers de l'espace.
What just happened? Can you hear me? What in this?
Dilatation temporelle tactique. Énumération prolongée, complication. Perception du temps dans votre cerveau. Appuyez sur la touche dilatation du temps pour ralentir votre environnement et vous donner le temps de réfléchir et d'agir. Ok. Ah, la dilatation temporelle, c'est sympa. Ça remplace le Pip-Boy en fait. Ouh, ils sont nombreux. Faudrait peut-être que j'arrête de gaspiller mes balles. Là.
Before you get yourself killed.
Talk to the lieutenant.
Rocketeer.
Certified in customer service.
Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts, and worse, landing violators. Gall on that rungleach. Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about. Really? How is he? Shouldn't have done that. Spacer's Choice family ain't authorized to receive medical aid from off-brand physicians. We'll see him back to Edgewater, just as soon as I cross these marauders off with the swift, cost-efficient fury that's made Spacer's Choice the most trusted brand in personal defense. I just, you know, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs, son. Well, sometimes. Management's real good at cost-benefit analysis. But seeing as I'm the acting manager in this situation, you know what? You're right. It's time we cross those marauders off, find whoever owns that ship, and file a full report. Then it's gonna be fucking laminated.
Ah bah s'il est plastifié, ça change tout alors. Chouette ce vaisseau.
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder. Unauthorized access of spacefaring vessels is a crime. Please submit yourself to the authorities.
Oui, je me livre autorité.
Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction.
C'est embêtant ça.
I detect an elevated heart rate, indicating dishonesty. Please prepare yourself for lethal deterrence. Jettison procedures initiated. Disengaging airlocks. Preparing to eject all boarding parties in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment. This vessel is the registered property of Captain Alex Hawthorne. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne.
Ah bah c'est lui que j'ai écrasé avec mon module de sauvegarde.
I deduce from the tone of your voice that Captain Hawthorne failed to meet you at the designated location. I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand? Well done, Captain Hawthorne. I see your powers of deductive reasoning remain intact. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced.
Allez.
Astutely observed. However, the probability of locating a power regulator within a worker settlement falls within acceptable parameters of certainty. High-capacity power regulators are sometimes employed in the electrical networks of worker settlements. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new Captain's Identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand? Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time.
Ouais, j'ai gagné un point. On peut équiper jusqu'à 4 armes à la fois. Sélectionnant une arme, puis en l'associant à un emplacement en haut de l'écran. D'accord. Station, vous avez acquis un niveau supérieur. Bon, la ville est pas trop loin. Non. Ce truc tout moche. Oui d'accord, mais ça rapporte rien du tout. Ok. Crochet magnétique. Ouais, on va aller en ville. Ok.
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, mister, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. I'm afraid we gotta dock your pay.
Surtout de sécurité du vaisseau.
Yeah, fair point. I'll let it go this time. If you're looking to help us out with our marauder problem, talk to Constable Reyes over in Edgewater. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
Du coup, il pleut. Amélioration des compétences. Ok. Ouais, 6 points. Perdu. Les avantages. Ok. C'est bon. Toujours pareil, on monte les compétences et après on a des coups spéciaux. Au toit. Bonjour. Il faut peut-être parler avant de les tuer. Mais vous êtes combien? T'es là, toi, hein? Ça change du désert de Fallout. C'est pas moche. On avait dit que le jeu était assez moche, un peu comme un New Vegas ou un Fallout 4. Ça va, je m'attendais à pire. Il est facile à prendre en main. C'est juste l'alternance entre le sabre et le pistolet, je sais pas comment on fait.
Whoa, hey, where'd you come from?
Je viens de là-bas.
Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls and low prices. Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that on you. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family. Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure. If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road. Look, you obviously ain't a worker. What's your racket? You a smuggler? Freelancer? Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites. We rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see. Four workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little. He just is. Look, I don't want to get into it. Just make sure he pays up.
latest report?
Only the part that said we ain't making our quotas.
If only McDevitt's folk hadn't abandoned us. Cannery could use those extra hands.
Nothing we can do about that.
Miss Holcomb, I need to explain this aggressively. The grease monkey, Argo.
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer...
Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the... I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform. Shirt, pants, work boots, company-approved colors. The, honorable apparel of a loyal worker?
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way. You're the first stranger to wander into town in an age. Scripture tells us that nothing happens without reason. I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, speak to their leader, Adelaide.
My dad told me all about the plant. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Top.
I hesitate to part ways. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear
Je suis un
that.
partenaire.
Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk. Hey, mister, can we talk? Sorry.
Avec le bullet time, on peut franchement avancer tranquillement au niveau normal.
What's that noise?
C'est quoi ce dessus? Il me manquait un pour la porte là.
Oh, neat.
Here they come!
Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just... Mr. Sure, it all comes together. It's just... To Mr. Tops... Miss McDevitt? Oh, gosh, no. She was a real important person. A flavorist. Made all the food taste decent. She used to work up in the big office with Mr. All I know is... I don't know anybody well. I can't say as I know. Mr. I think you...
I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Answers, huh? You must be one of the... Over in the hall. If you're gonna... Enough... Well, look at you. It's not like... Can't imagine what... If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear? I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some... Reed Thompson? You here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then?
C'est pas mal pour un RPG.
Like everything else there. You would do such a thing. The question is... Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing... I trust you will listen.
Sur ce, on retrouve d'autres doutes.